The life history that is depicted in figure 5.4 is really rather simplified. There are so many choices behind, for example, that reproductive phase. The first choice would be, well, will you mate and reproduce sexually or asexually? Another one would be start early or wait. And what environmental conditions would favor one solution over the other? Well, if you're looking at the rabbit here that starts reproducing at 4 months and compare that to the shark that starts reproducing at year 10 to 18, you can imagine. So first of all, what forces the rabbit to start early is that it doesn't live as long. And why it is advantageous for the shark to wait is because once it is big, it can make big offspring that will be less prone to being predated or killed by other organisms. The choice that the book highlights is the choice of reproducing once in your lifetime or several times. In the extreme case of bamboo or some cacti, they wait and wait for a long time for this one big bang. Well, by waiting and putting all resources in one event, of course, again, they increase the likelihood that that offspring makes it. And by synchronizing with all other bamboo around yourself, you are actually increasing the chance that your offspring makes it even more, because if you flood the environment with all these seeds at the same time, it's very little likely that all of the seeds in that year will be eaten. And if you think about the shark, well, there's a compromise. It makes offspring every other year because it can afford to once it has grown into a big organism, and it doesn't do it every year because, again, that would take too many resources out of the mother. Another choice is making few organisms of high quality or many cheap ones. And at the extreme, you have the cod here that makes up to 1 million eggs and invests very little in it. It's just a drop of yolk and a little bit of oil. And to the opposite is the Asian elephants that only gives birth to 1 elephant at a time that weighs already about 220 pounds. So I let you think about what is the advantage of each of these strategies and how might the environment favor one situation over the other. I'll give you a hint. It has something to do whether there are predators and how predictable the environment is. Another choice is parental care. Well, would you let them drift, like these little herring here? Or would you take care of them over many, many years? And then the question is, what happens in a good versus a bad year? Can you save by taking care of them? Well, the herring with its 100,000s of eggs cannot. Or can you, in a family situation, actually survive in a bad year if you take proper care of your young? So this is just a couple of questions to ask. And I love to think about what are the conditions that have favored one situation over the other in organisms.